so skilled.
Ryan Peluso, serving sub, who had 2 aces last night, forces the overpass and a little roll reversal there as it was more.
And Skylar Varga did a nice job of improvising there.
Serve goes long by Peluso. Alan Knight talking about how well his team served last night.
Peluso had 2 aces, by the way.
He did. And their percentages were a little bit better than maybe what they've done throughout the season on the average night. As you take a look at Alan Knight in his 22nd year. Has coached 6 National Player of the Years. As that serve by Rosenthal goes into the net, and that gets Long Beach State to 15 first in the first. Timeout on the floor.
Get ready for the experience of a lifetime with Nonstop Travel, celebrating 40 incredible years. Uncover unique, exciting tours across Japan and Korea. Epic locations, next-level shopping, savory, scrumptious foods, and rich history are all waiting for you. Contact us today and create memories that will last a lifetime. Nonstop Travel, your adventure starts here.
Anything's possible.
College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all with the Bank Ohana 12-month CD special. You'll earn 3.6% APY with a minimum deposit of $5,000 from another bank. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible with one of America's most trustworthy companies.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand, right now you can get a 0.99% APR on a 2025 Passport.
Welcome back. Tomorrow, beach volleyball, Rainbow Wahine taking on Grand Canyon. It is senior night, and we will have coverage for you here on Spectrum Sports. 6:30 p.m. is when that starts. Tred's sister, Kaysen Rosenthal, who is a member of the Wahine Beach team, in the stands. Back set goes to Adrian Rohr as we rejoin live action, and he's able to tool the block. Hawaii playing from behind here. They were doing a lot of that through the first 2 sets last night.
Yeah, they're pretty much used to that. Not hitting for a good percentage right now, hitting 0.77 as a team. Normally they're hitting around 330, so they've got to pick up that. Rohr hitting 0 right now.
And that's an ace for Adrian Rohr. It hits the end line, at least that's the call. Well, it was the call by the line judge. Immediately, Alan Knight went to challenge the call, but I think it was already overruled by the top official, Troy Gravitt. So line judge had it in. It was overruled, and so Alan Knight didn't need to issue a challenge. Now Charlie Wade may be considering challenging that in-out call. Officials, by the way, Troy Gravitt, the R1. You see Wayne Lee there, the R2 in your picture. Hunter Heleniak and Randy Rubinall, the line judges. And so the call on the floor officially an out ball, and Charlie Wade has decided to challenge it. Oh, we had a whole lot of challenges throughout the 4 sets last night.
Let's see if we can see if this ball catches any white at all. Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, if it did, it is by the slimmest of margins there. Not sure if there's enough, at least with our angle, to overturn the call.
Hawkeye would have called that by now, just so you know. Just saying. It would have happened 3 seconds after the ball went down.
Well, feel free to sponsor the establishment of the Hawkeye video system here in the arena.
It would just cost me my pension. That's all. Not my pension, my whole retirement. I don't have a pension. But, you know, I was talking to Andy Reid earlier, the volunteer coach of 28 years of Long Beach State. He got to actually coach. There he is right there. He has to coach at the international level at the VNL, which is almost like the Olympics. It's like big time volleyball national championships. And he said that it is so fast. There's a 15-second clock for serving. There are no line judges at all. Everything's done by Hawkeye. And Charlie Wade would like to have Hawkeye, I think. That's for sure. But it does cost a bunch of money.
Well, the call stands. So it is 16 serving 13. And it is Skylar Varga with the serve, and he serves it into the net. Yeah, you wonder, right? I mean, of course, in a perfect world, you'd have all the technology that would allow for the faster reviews to take place. But you wonder, because of what does tend to transpire in those reviews, if that breaks up some of the momentum, like right there for Skylar Varga.
Absolutely.
Works like a timeout.
It's like calling a timeout, yeah.
For Neusterer, that one tickles the tape. Nikolov going outside, and that one bounces off of the Terraflex. Alex Kondev.
That ball was set so fast to the outside. A different tempo than the Rainbow middle blockers have seen all year long. Nikolov just fired it out there.
Kondev, a true frosh. Top scorer for the Bulgarian U19 national team at the World Championships. As that serve by Georgi Bainev goes long. He's another Bulgarian on this roster. They have 4 total. Hawaii, of course, with one of its own, and Christian Tatrisky, who is out with the ankle injury. A good look at Charlie Wade. Year 16. Hawaii with its 14th 20-win season, all-time 7th under Charlie at 22-4. Long Beach State 24-1 this year. Middlesex, that's McCraven hanging and banging. And so this is really feeling, aside from the hot start for Hawaii, really feeling like what the first 2 sets last night felt like, where Long Beach State had a lead of about 2 or 3, and Hawaii never could quite chase them down. Of course, they found their form a little bit in the 3rd set, but this is kind of feeling like what we saw early on last night. Here's Connor Bloom from Huntington Beach, California. Redshirt junior on the serve. D-set goes to Kearney, and he gets blocked. It's rattled around. It'll be returned. Nikolov going D-set himself to Bloom. Good chase down, second touch there by Sakonoko, and we play on. Nikolov outside. Kondev off the block, saved by Louis. Set goes back to Sakonoko, and he finds the floor.
This place just erupts because of the uniqueness and length of that rally.
It was Ofek Hazan who ultimately got that assist, but Sakonoko was all over the creation, keeping that thing alive. 16 serving 18. The pass there by Varga. Outside, Kondev blocked back. Bump set back to Kondev. 3 blockers load up. It's dug up over the net by Choi. Nikolov on 2. Goes off the Hawaii resistance and out. I mean, just when you think you got everybody accounted for, number 1 calls his own number.
Yeah, he is so good. You know, he's their setter, but some people say that setting is his weakest skill. He's a better digger, better server, better blocker.
There's Kondev. Diving pass there by Rohr. Rosenthal chased down on the bump set. Rohr against a triple block, and he misses wide, no touch. And so Long Beach State gets to the 20-point mark. Largest lead here in this first frame for the Beach. And Charlie Wade going to signal for a timeout. Hawaii hitting 118 here in this set. On the other side, Long Beach State, 429.
You can't be out-hit by 300 points and expect to win.
Moni Nikolov right now tied with Alex Kondev as the top hitters for Long Beach State. Yeah, he's the setter. They each have 4 kills. All right, let's send it over to Ryan Kalei-Suji. Who you got for us, Ryan?
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, we are here in the stands. Of course, it's senior night, so we like to catch up with some of the parents. Joining me now is Carrie Nuscherer, Kurt's mom. What has this experience been like for you to see your son not only grow as a volleyball player, but as a person being a part of this program?
Oh, as a parent, it's just been a blast to see him come out here. I'll say you can take the boy out of Indiana, and it's been good to see a little bit of Indiana taken out of the boy. People here have just been so incredibly welcoming and really have brought him into their hearts. It's lovely.
You know, a lot of people would have loved to see Kurt play one more year, but he's decided to move on. What do you think as a parent? You know, you've got to be so proud that your son is choosing to close this chapter, but starting an exciting new one.
You know, as a parent, you want to cheer your kid on no matter what they do. We would have loved to see him have another year at Hawaii. But when he was applying for internships, the internships didn't work out, but somebody said, go for the full-time job. You're going to be a graduate anyways. It was a long shot, and it worked out. So we're going to be really sorry for this to end, and I know Kurt is too. But we're really excited to cheer him on as he goes to work.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the match.
Thank you. Thanks, Marty.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan, as we join live action out of the timeout. Varga with the quick hop. Hawaii working the advantage. Now they go D-set. It's Kearney cross court, dug up by Hrstanovic. He gets the set back and is able to crack it through the Hawaii block. Yeah, so getting back to Kurt Neuster, was great to hear from his mom, and Kurt getting a plum job with Goldman Sachs. And so it's just an opportunity too good to pass up. And while I'm sure it's going to be bittersweet for him, passing up that last year of eligibility on the volleyball court. What an opportunity, and we will wish him the best of luck. Hopefully there's much more volleyball to be played this year before he makes that official move, though.
He'd like to play a lot more volleyball, that's for sure. There's a lot of incentive for him to lengthen this season.
Kondev shows his humanity from the service line there on that last attempt. Here's Kainoa Wade, 17 serving 21. Nikolov goes middle, it's McCraven. And Long Beach State offensively having its way right now in this first set. It's 22-17. And McCraven with 3 kills, no errors. Kondev 4 kills, no errors. Nikolov, the setter, 4 kills, no errors. Here's Neuster. We were just talking about him.
He must have heard us. He had a big block going on there, too. There's Norbert, his dad.
Yeah, his dad.
He's a little camera shy, I think.
We see where Kurt gets it from, obviously. Yeah, his dad, Norbert, played basketball for the Austrian national team. Another service error here for Hawaii, so you're starting to see, again, the ill-timed service errors biting Hawaii when they just start showing signs of momentum, and now they got to deal with this guy, Moni Nikolov. 82 aces on the year. That's tops in the country by a mile. How about that pass by Eleu Choi as he gets knocked over? Roar off the block and out. And so Hawaii gets the point, and Eleu Choi, you have to give him the nod. What he was able to do in serve-receive against Moni Nikolov throughout the match last night was nothing short of exceptional.
He took some shots. I think the last serve was around 75 miles per hour.
Yeah, Nikolov has been known to get up to 80. Meanwhile, the overpass forced by Roar, that works like an ace because Finn Kearney was able to take advantage. Hawaii within 3 here late in the first. 20 serving 23. Another good serve there, but a good pass by Kellen Larson, and the middle set put down by Ben Braun. Braun had 5 kills, no errors, hit .455 last night, also had a handful of blocks. And it is aloha ball for Long Beach in the first.
You're right, Cano. I got to give a lot of credit to Kellen Larson that time. He took a very tough serve from Adrian Rohr and just put it on the money.
Yeah, just a freshman libero as that serve goes into the twine. Kellen Larson taking over for one of the all-time greats in Mason Briggs.
Those are big shoes to fill, and Larson's done a nice job the last 2 nights. He's been pretty perfect.
Well, here's one of the seniors, Kawai Hong out of Punahou School. Played club volleyball at Santa Clara, won a pair of club league championships. And coming into the game in a big spot here. Gets the serve in. Nikolov with options, goes outside. It is Kondev, cross court and down. It is called in. Charlie Wade, is he considering challenging that? If not, this first set is over, and I think it is. So Long Beach State takes it 25-21. Long Beach hits 500 in the first frame. And after going down 6-1, this crowd in an absolute frenzy. The Beach just got back to work.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat.